Family plans for password managers sound like an easy yes on paper. One bill, everyone in the house protected, but before the plan in this title deserves a single dollar, two questions have to hold up: whether a family password plan is worth paying for at all, and whether this specific one earns the money in 2026. I went through the independent testing from security.org, PCMag, Cybernews, plus pricing pages and owner complaints. And the answer comes down to some pretty simple math about your own household. Before any of that math can make sense though, you need to see what the problem actually costs a family that ignores it.
A quick heads up, I have put affiliate links in the description for everything we're covering. If you use them, I do earn a commission at no extra cost to you, which helps support the channel.
So the numbers on passwords, I'm sorry, they're just genuinely bad. Cloudflare looked at real traffic across websites in late 2024 and found that 41% of successful logins involved compromised passwords. That's not attempted hacks, that's just people, or attackers, I suppose, logging in with credentials that were already stolen elsewhere. Security surveys widely report that around 65% of people reuse passwords across sites, with the average person reusing a password about 14 times. And survey data suggests nearly half of people had a password stolen in 2024. The widely cited finding from breach research is that over 80% of data breaches involve some compromised credentials in some form. Now, here's why that matters for families specifically, because one reused password isn't one problem, it's a chain. Your kid's gaming account gets breached, and if that same password sits on their email, then their email falls too. Multiply that by every person in your house managing passwords from memory, and now you got a whole web of weak points where the weakest one exposes the rest. And yet only 36% of American adults were using a password manager in 2024. Most households are still running on memory and sticky notes. Now, a family password manager plan is a specific thing. It's one subscription that gives each person in your household their own encrypted vault, usually covering 5 or 6 people. Your vault gets locked with a master password. The data is encrypted on your own device before it ever touches the company's servers, and it syncs across phones, tablets, and computers, so logins autofill wherever you are. On top of that, you typically get a password generator that makes strong, unique passwords, as well as health checks that flag weak or reused ones, and breach monitoring that will tell you when a stored credential shows up in a known leak. Whether a plan like this is worth it for you really comes down to a handful of factors, and you can evaluate any brand against these. First off, headcount. Okay, family plans cover 5 to 6 users typically, and the pricing usually runs about 2 to 3 times an individual plan. That means the break even sits at roughly 2 to 3 users. Wirecutter actually makes this point directly. A family plan is generally a good deal even if your family is only 2 people, because 2 individual premium subscriptions often cost more. If you're a solo user though, the family tier is just wasted money, and an individual plan is going to win. Secondly, how the vaults are structured. Some plans give every member a fully private vault with optional sharing. Others lean on one shared family vault. This is what decides whether your teenager gets private logins while you still share the streaming and utility accounts cleanly. For most families, separate vaults with secure sharing is the one setup you want. Third, device compatibility. If your house runs a mix of Windows, Mac, iPhone, Android, the manager has to be able to work well on all of them, and some managers have noticeably weaker apps on certain platforms. Check the platform list before you commit, because the family plan only works if it works on everyone's actual devices. Fourth, security auditing features. Now, breach scanning and password health checks are what make the tool proactive instead of just a storage locker. Remember that 41% stat? A manager that flags a compromised password the moment it appears in a leak is directly attacking that risk. And it does the watching for the family members who would never think to check for themselves. And fifth off, ease of onboarding. This one actually gets underrated. Look, a family plan is only effective if everyone actually uses it, including the relative who resets their email password every single time. Simple setup and clear instructions matter way more here than power user features. Now, 3 mistakes families make that you should plan around, no matter what you buy. 1, reusing an old password as the master password, or sharing one master password across members. If that password is compromised, everything inside is exposed, and you've kind of defeated the whole point. 2, skipping emergency access setup. With zero knowledge encryption, the company literally cannot reset a forgotten master password. So if nobody sets a recovery method, A forgotten password can lock you out of everything permanently. Set up recovery on day 1. 3, assuming the free browser manager built into Chrome is the same thing, it's not. Free browser managers typically lack family sharing, cross-platform support, breach monitoring, and emergency access. Also, keep the categories ceiling in view, because a password manager ain't gonna stop phishing if someone in your family types their password into a fake site themselves. It doesn't stop malware already on a device. It doesn't replace multi-factor authentication. It works best actually alongside MFA, not instead of it. Anyone who tells you a password manager makes you unhackable, they're grossly overselling it. So the worth it question is this: do you have 2 or more people, mixed devices, and at least one person who won't manage this themselves? If yes, a family plan earns its cost. Then it becomes a question of which one. And across all the independent testing I read, one option kept landing at or near the top. That option is NordPass. It's a password manager from Nord Security, the company behind NordVPN, and its family plan is the one this title is talking about. Quick note, the NordPass link in the description is an affiliate link. If you use it, I earn a small commission at no extra cost to you. So let's run it against the factors. On headcount, family plan gives you 6 separate premium accounts all under one bill, and each person gets their own private isolated vault. That's the individual vault structure we talked about. Kids keep their logins private, parents share the household accounts through secure sharing. 6 seats is also one more than 1Password Families offers at 5. On security, the foundation is strong. NordPass uses XChaCha20 encryption. I know it sounds strange, but independent sources describe this as faster and more future-proofed than the standard AES 256 that most rivals use, and all with zero-knowledge architecture, meaning your data is encrypted on your device before it syncs. NordPass literally cannot read it. Multiple independent outlets have confirmed NordPass has never had a data breach since it launched in 2019. Security.org scored it a 9.5 out of 10 after 2 months of testing. Cyber News gave it 4.9 out of 5, and PC Mag named it Editor's Choice amongst paid password managers. On the proactive features, every family seat gets password health, which flags weak and reused passwords across the vault, and the data breach scanner, which watches for your emails and cards in known leaks and sends alerts. That said, Security.org did note the scanner tells you data was breached without much detail on how it was obtained, so resolving the root cause can take a little digging. It also covers passkeys since 2023 and added email masking in 2024. And it runs across everything: Windows, Mac, Linux, Android, iOS, every major browser. Now, the pricing, this is where you need to pay a little attention, because as of when I'm recording this,
The 1-year family plan runs $3.69 a month, so about $44.28 for the first year, and the 2-year plan drops to $2.49 a month, around $67.23 for the full 27 months.
2 smaller things worth knowing. There's no free trial on the paid plans, so it's just a 30-day money-back guarantee. You pay up front and you can request a refund if it's just not for you. And canceling your account does mean filing a form and confirming by email rather than just tapping a toggle. Neither is a deal breaker, but they're friction that you should expect. There is a genuinely free single user tier if you want to feel out the app first, though it skips the multi-device access and the password health and the breach scanner. So here's the decision. If your household has 2 to 6 people on mixed devices and you want private vaults for each person with breach monitoring included at the lowest per user cost in the category, the NordPass Family Plan is worth it. And the 2-year term is the better value if you're committing anyway. If you're a solo user, skip the family plan entirely, look at NordPass Premium instead. It runs $1.99 a month on the 1-year intro and covers everything one person needs at roughly half the cost. And if a true free trial does matter to you, or you specifically want a longer established brand, 1Password Families offers a 14-day free trial for 5 users at a higher price. And that's a reasonable path as well. Just decide based on the renewal price, whichever way you end up going. Because you now know the actual worth it test. 2 or more people, mixed devices, the renewal math done honestly before you commit. If you get everyone on the house onto unique generated passwords with breach alert running, you've closed the door that most breaches actually walk through. If your family already has a password manager, let me know down in the comments what finally got the holdouts in your house to use it. If NordPass fits your situation, the link is in the description. Thank you so much for watching, and go set up that emergency access like right now before anyone forgets a master password.